If you haven't already thrown up by then, I suggest you try both. Remember the laws of gravity? What goes up must always come down. Or sometimes it's just forced on you.
Who would have thought that I would be sitting in the middle of a sombrero in central Beijing? I mean, the thing about amusement parks is that it's so fun and whimsical that it inspires creativity.
Okay, so it's a little childish, but come on, who doesn't remember loving merry-go-rounds? Yee-haw! Most of Beijing youngsters drag their parents here over weekends, so expect noise, and a lot of it. And really, you wouldn't have it any other way. I know I wouldn't. To get to Happy Valley, take the subway to Dawanglu Station. From there, take bus number 31 to South Hofengqiao Station. Happy Valley is open from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. at weekends, so make sure you get there early before the hordes of people arrive and the line starts spiraling around. An all-inclusive ticket into the park costs 160 RMB during the peak season of April to mid-November, and 120 during the rest of the year. A small price to pay for the entertainment they have in store for you. And if you're not one for walking, you can even hire little electric-powered carts. Though I generally prefer the old-fashioned method of putting one foot in front of the other and repeating. Okay, I've had enough of being tossed around in a fantasy-filled land. Time to head back to the real world. Beijing's brand new central business district, centered in the Guomao area, is home to a variety of corporate regional headquarters, shopping precincts, and high-end housing. The city's development has been vast and rapid. By buildings aside, it's also quickly becoming a cultural melting pot. That's not to say that if you're a foreigner, you won't be stared at. You shouldn't be offended though, just take it as your 15 minutes of fame. After all, many of the locals are just curious about where you're from, what you're doing in Beijing, and how much you like it. And you won't find more curious locals willing to have a chat than at the silk market. The Silk Street Market is located next to the China World Trade Center on Jianguomen Y. It's served by Line 1 of the Beijing subway system with a direct link from Yong'anli Station into the basement of the market. It opens from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and houses over 1,700 vendors, so I'd be amazed if you couldn't find at least one item you wanted to buy in here. The Silk Street Market isn't a shopping mall, it's a market. And as with all markets, the first rule is always to bargain.
7.
No have 7. Only
2 sizes.
Yeah, 2 sizes.
It's not quite as long as this.
The lower floors can get a little crowded and at times the staff a little pushy. But the upper floors will give you a far more pleasant and peaceful shopping experience. And here, you'll also find the Miniature Silk Museum. Here you'll see how silk is made from the raw form to the finished product. And after all, that's what Silk Street is known for, their silk. One of the first shopping stops for most tourists in Beijing is the Silk Street Market. I hear that it used to be a street full of vendors, but they've now moved to a 6-story building. Talk about a shopping haven. You can still get the same wares though, from traditional Chinese goods to locally produced clothing, bags, accessories, and even tailored clothing. I love it. But you know what I'm most surprised about? How many foreign languages the sales staff can speak.
십자게 골드돼 있고요. 이거는 가격이 싼 거고요.
이건 얼마인데요?
450원, 380원, 이거는 220원.
The staff here may speak many foreign languages, but if you can, feel free to converse with them in Chinese. A sale in any language is still a sale.
Last time, okay? Last time. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now there's one language that most people understand: numbers. Don't be surprised if the vendor pulls out a calculator and types in his asking price. Keep in mind, though, that you should never accept the initial price. Bargain and type back the amount you want to pay. The original Silk Alley was located just up the road on Shoushui Dongjie, southeast of Ritang Park in Beijing's first embassy district. The city now has 3 main embassy districts, of which 2 are located in Chaoyang. And you'll find most of the embassies on beautiful, peaceful, tree-lined streets. So even if you don't require the services of your home consulate, it's a nice area just to stroll around in. And just a short walk away is our next stop, Sanlitun. Located in the eastern part of the city and still in Chaoyang district, Sanlitun is one of the most popular and oldest bar streets in Beijing. It's a popular weekend hangout for the expat community, foreign travelers, and younger locals. And there's no sign of that popularity waning, especially with the opening of the village, an all-encompassing 19-building development with the first Apple store in China and the largest Adidas store in the world. It's the place you go for afternoon drinks, for an al fresco lunch, and you'll find some of the best European restaurants in the city here, from fine dining to the ever-safe chip shop. It might get a little bit rowdy at night, but in the afternoons, it's a safe haven for relaxing and soaking in some you time, helped along by the cheap beer that ranges from 10 to 20 RMB. But from the old, we head to one of the newest and most popular restaurant bars in town. Song is located in the basement of the shopping precinct, The Place, on Guanghua Lu, a short 20-minute cab ride away from Sanlitun. It's known for its excellent bar service.
It's 42 vodka martini, but I use a little Glenfiddich single malt.
After a quick drink and a chat with the manager Sunny, he suggests that I move up to a table to enjoy a taste of their delectable fusion menu. And I'm never one to say no to food. From up here, I get a better view of the contemporary Chinese design space that draws inspiration from Chinese rice fields.
Most international companies are based in the CBD area, and it's also where you'll find food from all around the globe. Some are easily accessible, but others lie hidden in the heart of the city. But it's all worth the hunt. Ah, here comes my food. Looks good.
And it tastes just as good. The nightlife in Beijing moves as quickly as the city. New bars spring up in the blink of an eye, but the old cheesy bars with live bands still remain. So you can take your pick, whether you prefer the friendly, casual pubs or the more upmarket establishments. There's a range of bars here, so take a walk around, see what you like before you decide. Beijing has become the destination of choice for frolicking fashionistas, and it's the new party central in China. Models, socialites, and even mere travel hosts know that once the big parties come into town, the city has made it. And where the models flock, the people follow. If all the world's a stage, Beijing is China's runway.
We love Travelogue! We love CCTV!
Good to have Travelogue here at Zeta Bar. We love Travelogue!
The city plays host to some of the most internationally acclaimed DJs, and the music plays all night long. Flashing lights, air kisses, a lot of good conversation. And that's what a great party is about in this city. You might get to see some of China's elite here, but the point is, everyone is here to be seen. Door cover can range anywhere from 50 to 200 RMB, depending on the event. On the next episode of Travelogue, we enter an electronic world at the Silicon Valley of China, better known as Zhongguancun. Sail through the Summer Palace and discover the great minds of the city in the academic district of Beijing.